So I got the comment of someone who wants to make a fur brush. So I have good news. You can make it with a shape already in your Procreate. You don't need to download anything. And if you like more tutorials like this, please comment below and let me know what do you want to learn. And also, I will be running a poll in my section, in my community section. So I will be really happy if you can please check the answers in the poll. So here we go. We're gonna make something similar to this. Well, this was really fast, but let's make a brush first to make something like this. I will start by opening a new canvas. I will use a 2000 by 2000 RBG. Sorry, RBG, no, RGB. Okay, so here we go, 2000 by 2000. This one was 2000. Yes, 2000 by 2000. Okay, so first, what we do to create brushes is we click on the brush here. Here I have under review brushes. As you can see, there are many here, and it's because I keep creating, and then sometimes I find some like fun brushes and leave it here. So we're gonna make this. I call it Sully Light. If you have watched Monster Inc., maybe you know who Sully is. And Sully, I think is the correct pronunciation in English, maybe? Tell me in the comments. Okay, so what I did here is I press here on the plus button, and we have a very basic brush. So the first thing we want to do is to take away anything to the minimum. Okay, well, grain doesn't matter because it's gonna be completely white. I will explain that later. I will also keep the rendering. Wet mix, I will take away the wet mix. There is nothing in color dynamics right now, no dynamics changes. Apple pencil, I will take opacity down so it doesn't change by pressure, at least not now for the basic one. Tilt to 0, this is up to you, okay? This is, you can change the width and many things by the way you use your pencil. So I will keep it 0 if you like to do it like this, okay? Let's clear this. 0 or 15, let's go with 0, it's fine. Maximum size, I will not make it too huge and you will see why. And let's create something here so you can see. This is like the maximum size of your brush, and this maximum will depend a lot of where the shape comes from, and the preview, that is what you are looking at here to the right, is here. What do you want to see? Okay, so we're gonna leave it there, like 22% of the max, but actually I like to like here. Okay, great. This is actually, you don't need to move this right now, but I just wanted to make some points. Materials, we're not touching that. Okay, let's go to shape. And as I said before, you can have the shape source already because you have Procreate. So click here in Import, Source Library, in Shape Source. You're gonna go to this very basic spike. Okay, we're gonna use this one. Done. And well, you have here a cool brush, but still is not what we want, right? Now you can see a stamp brush should only be a touch, and you have a stamp brush. And if you move around, then you have the spacing. You can change the spacing. Here less spacing, here more spacing. Jitter if you want them to move. So here it looks a little bit like hair if you move the jitter. Maybe you can do something really nice with that one. Then we go again to shape, and we're gonna move this around. If you use randomize, means that sometimes when you click, it's gonna go in this direction, then another time that you use it, you see is a little bit skewed to one side, and then like this. That's what randomize is. That's one thing we need. We want it to be randomized. The other thing we need is scatter. Use the percentage you want. To be honest, I will keep it here to maybe 60%. Well, 59. You can click here also and write 60 if you want to be precise. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna increase the amount of times the stamps goes in. So that means I'm gonna increase the count. You can see now it is looking a little bit more like our little friend in the movie. Okay, and also you can increase the count of the jitter. If you do it too much, it kind of like erase. Great. And you can also squeeze it a little bit if you want, so it can be even like thinner hair if you do that. So let's keep it a little bit rough, like here. Great. It's up to you. You decide. You can make different type of brushes with only changing actually this, as you can see. Now another thing I want to do, we'll take less counting here. Okay, now we have what is like the fluffy thing. Let's see how it looks in color. Select here drawing pad, add color, clear the pad so you can see what you're doing, and here is with color. Now let's do something. Let's clear again. I'm gonna start to do it like really soft and then press. So we do some changes in color dynamics related to pressure and to the color. To have different type of blues, I will increase this hue a little bit until I like it. Not much, otherwise you will have like a party boa. But you can maybe keep it like this so it has some nice hue changes. Also, I like, that's the stamp color jitter. You don't touch the stroke color jitter unless you want to, of course. What it means is the following. It changes according to each time you make a new stroke. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I change the hue, you can see how it changes according to each stroke was different, or the saturation of each stroke. But I don't want that to be that random, so I will not change anything on the stroke. Then color pressure, let me do another one like soft and then press really hard. And now in color pressure, we're gonna see if you want it brighter. Actually, I want it less bright and a bit of saturation. I'm doing that because like you can draw and then press harder to get like a stronger color, or like a shade, kind of shade color. Okay, even we can try here. Okay, more or less like that. It's up to you how much you do it, also because each person has different pressure sensitiveness, and if you want to know more about how to change or calibrate your pressure with the pen, I will leave the link below. I already explained this in a video, so I will link you to the video. Okay, we're almost done, and I think I will not have too much change here. Maybe here. Okay, that's one thing. I don't want to change like the size of with the pressure, but if you want to do that, then you go with here with the Apple Pencil, if you have the Apple Pencil then, and depending on the pressure you can do like light or thick, but I will not do that right now. So actually this brush you can use it even if you don't have the Apple Pencil. And let's check rendering. Okay, in rendering this is something important. As you can see, I will write again 1, 2, 3, And you can see what happens with the last one when it touches the previous strokes. When I change the blend mode, let's use a uniform, very light glaze, you can see it more. The blend mode, and then we change. This is darken, color burn, so you can see that the stroke above burns a little bit the color of the other ones, and so on. Linear burn, and then you can select the one you like. I kind of like the screen a little bit because it gives you like a bit lighter here. Some change in color, addition. You can also have subtraction or add some light, vivid light, or just keep it normal if you just want like a steady color. Great. That's the blend mode. You can also change the way it blends, like if you want a bit with the wet edges and burn. I actually put a little bit of here normally, and the burnt edges to multiply or to linear burn. So you can see some changes in lights when you go on top with the brush. Okay, so now we go again to properties and about the size I was talking about before. Then this is the size we have, the maximum size we have. So what we're seeing in this screen is 45% of that. Let's put 50%. This is the highest we can have, and maximum. And maximum is kind of open, so it doesn't look like fur too much. It's very like if a hair has a static. So I will not keep it to, I will not probably use that maximum. But it will depend also in the size of your canvas, okay? So here we click done and we try. Let's try with this color. So this is a 2000 by 2000. So maybe, yes, we can be safe using the maximum here. If you work with a higher canvas, with a larger canvas, sorry, then I recommend you to increase this maximum size. I like the brush, and when I like the brush, I do the following. Click here about this brush, name your brush with the name you want. Okay, let me call this for YouTube, but for as in third, YouTube. And then you put who made it, you sign it, and done. Let me put here. Okay, and create a reset point. This is very important because if you change anything and you didn't like it, and you didn't like how it looked like, then you go in about this brush and click here and go back to the previous reset you did. Okay, great. So we're having this fur. Let's create some fun character here. On the top layer, let's do some clipping mask and a bit darker to this side. Soft here, maybe a bit soft in the hair right here. Okay, depends on where your light is coming on. You decide what you wanted. Also, you can change to multiply if you want to make it maybe like this. Looks nice. Let's make some popping eyes, and for that I will be using, let's go here to white. I will be using a monoline thick. That is a version of the monoline that I use for creating very round shapes. Let's make like big eyes, big eyes. How big? Let's see. Should we do this? Maybe less. Okay, let's create this. One eye at a time. So alpha lock, And with the same forebrush we did, let's put minimum, a bit gray, and then on the border is too light. Then I go around a bit more. Okay, I will do a Gaussian blur. Oh, that was too much. Okay, maybe around here. I think it's too much. So I'll trick here. Oh, yeah. Well, let's keep it like that then. It's too much. So I will repeat here with the white. Okay. Nice. And then on top, let's choose what color for the eyes. Let's do some analogous. Let's use some green then. And I'm gonna go again with monoline thick, but smaller. Some green eye here. Great, and then we do the same alpha lock. So if you haven't used alpha lock before, what it does is whatever you write or whatever you draw is going to be on the color you have, on the shape you already have. Okay, so we go here. Let's put a bit darker the green and use the brush we just created and go around here. So when we do this, actually what it looks, let me go, may look like an actual iris. Okay, I like how it's going. Maybe a bit darker in some sides and a bit brighter on the top and on down. Okay, great. And then the last one is gonna be completely white and with monoline, but this time very small. And I'm gonna put it here and some Gaussian blur, and here we go. Let's create just a clipping mask here because I want this to be a bit darker. Let me use this to the border, like some dark gray, and I'm gonna use the pencil. I think this size is fine, and we are on above the white. I think it's called something like sclerotic. I don't know. Do you know anything about anatomy? I used to love anatomy in school. I think it's sclerotic. So I like this because it's kind of rough. A bit darker. And just a little bit of Gaussian blur. Not much. Okay. Great. And I will do actually the same too. I did it like this so I can actually change like how dark do I want. Actually the linear bar also looks good. So we can change this. Use the multiply function. And then on green, the same clipping mask. And not that dark, maybe lighter. And I'll do the same around the edge Now you know what, I'm gonna use it actually darker. I'm gonna do the same, some blush under here. Not too strong, the blur. Okay, and then multiply. Great, so we have one eye, and we're gonna get all the pieces of the eye, slide to the right and group them. Now slide to the left, duplicate, and we have another eye, which we can move. The arrow, uniform, can move to the right. If you want the eye, the movement to the right to be very steady, go with snapping, turn on magnetics and snapping. Even you can go increase the distance and velocity, so you can see the lines. Where do you want them? This looks like nice here. Okay, we have some eyes, and maybe we can create some eyelid. Let's take some color here, and with the line art, let's do some. I am on the top, yes. Okay, so here we are doing here top eyelid, and here I'm going to use the pencil, maybe darker, alpha lock, a bit darker. I'm going to pass around the border. And around the border here, on the bottom as well. Okay, then smaller size, white, and I'm gonna make a line here. And now some magic with the gush under again, and now it looks like it's 3D, right? Let's duplicate this piece, flip it horizontally so we use it in this other eye. Great. I'm gonna cheat now because I want some lids on the bottom, so I'm gonna duplicate this one, flip vertically. I don't like it that big, but so we can use the freeform and reduce it a little bit. It has too much snapping, so let's take this down and use here. Okay, and duplicate this one, flip horizontally, and go to the right. Great. So far so good. He's looking at you like, hey, you have to work more on these brushes. Okay, now let's add some extra. I will group these because I don't need them anymore to change, to be in different layers. On top, let's add some extra 4 with our new brush. Okay, some extra 4, not here, I want brighter, maybe we were using this a brighter hair because he's very furry. Let's increase, not that much, too much. Okay, here is darker, so here we can do the lighter, here maybe like this, and here like this. Okay, let's put some light around here. He looks tired. He or it looked tired. Okay, so maybe he wants to sleep. Let's make some small background. Let's create this another layer, and in this layer I'm going to create a background with analogous color of what we have here. We have this cutie, so let's use these colors. Okay, I will use green on top, and with a monoline thick, I'm gonna go very thick here, and then I'm gonna take this other one. Oh, that was too much. Here, and then this other one around here. Let's repeat the green one. Okay, and then we do some Gaussian blur. Okay, kind of like it, but it's too much on the top, so I'm gonna move this down. Right, and now he's like floating, so let's make some shadow under it. Here, maybe the same, but darker is fine. And monoline thick is too much, you know, like maybe like a little thick here. Let's fill it out, fill it in, sorry. And oh, this is too much. Let's turn off the magnetics. Okay, so our dear friend is here, but it doesn't look like he is actually standing. So let's, well, not standing, but like flat on the surface, because we can see the hair. We can see some not flat hair here, so he looks like he's flying, right? So we're gonna change that. But for now, I'm gonna place the shadow here, just to have a look at how I like it. Gaussian blur, but this time not Gaussian blur. This time I'm gonna use perspective blur, and I'm gonna put it here in this position, because our light, let's use the perspective blur so you can see where the light comes from. So if I change this, you can see it's like when you're putting the light, so actually our light is around here. And okay, and now I'm gonna multiply. Actually, we can do luminosity instead. Reduce opacity a little bit. Too much. This looks abstract. Looks like it's coming from the bottom, like a hole. Well, there could be another reason why it's not flat here, but I want to make it flat, so let's use multiply anyway. Here, maybe a bit to the right. So it's not flat. Let's make it flat. I will grab these two, group them, and then use the wrap function here a bit up with the wrap function. Oh, it's not done. And here, great. And with this liquify, push here, not more distortion, no more pressure, not too much pressure, not too much momentum. Let's see if the size, maybe this size. So I will push those tiny hairs like he's flat on the bottom. And here we're gonna add, we have this color already, so we're gonna put a bit darker. And again with our fur, we're gonna create more shadow on the bottom. Even an extra layer, I think I will use an extra layer here, and not a clippy mask, but an extra layer. just to see something. And then we multiply that one. Reduce. Okay. So we move the shadow. Well, if you want to make some nose or mouth, you can. Okay, I will leave it like that. So now you know how to make a forebrush in Procreate with only a shape in your library. Try the same method with other type of brushes. For example, we can try one right now from the same source library, and I think it's one I use for my brush. Yes, the waveform, because when it iterates, it makes really nice for it. And something else you can try, then let's use this one. Something else you can try is in the like higher jitter, but not that high. Okay, a little bit higher jitter, and here let's put it to the normal. Okay, increase pressure roundness, and here in, I think it's dynamics, yes, in dynamics, the jitter, you can change the size of the jitter, maybe 30%. Now let's try this one. Let's make another friend here that is floating around. Let's make him a friend over here. This fluffy friend around here. Great. This looks like the one in the Ghibli movie. And on a line, I don't know. Like, very simple. I'm not being very picky here. This is like the one in the movie, in the Ghibli movie. This is a very simple one. I'm not gonna do any change alpha look here. And back to the brush we used before. Then here, less opacity. We put some bright here. It's already a dark character, so we put very dark here. Okay, that's it. His friend is looking at him. Okay, I hope you like this tutorial. Please comment if you would like to see more of these type of tutorials, and don't forget to answer the poll. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.